All right, all systems go. Checking the instruments. Check. Wi-Fi. Check. StreamYard. Check. Homies in the chat. Check. Some banging comic books on deck. Check. All right, we're ready for takeoff.
So
Ready
that.
for
understand that
takeoff.
she's
What's
tried
playing
to
that
latch
sound?
onto the
What's
QAnon
playing
thing.
that sound?
And I gotta
Boom, we're good. As I was doing my system check, I should have checked for other audio. Here we are, in addition of the 84-hour. Boom. Might not be a full hour, but you know, we're gonna make it work. Kavi, you'll catch the rewind. You got it. Thanks for the switch, buddy. He said, I got you, man. My boy Kavi told me that, you know, everywhere in New York was sold out of the old Switch. So I said, bro, I got you. They're available in my neck of the woods. So I took care of that. I'm going to send him one. I've been hooked on my Switch lately. That's all I'm saying. That Marvel Ultimate Alliance, my several year layoff or departure from video games has been broken, and I'm back at it. Disco, good to see you, sir. No goods in the place to be. Here's my brother 90. NWO4 Life. YouTube is still 90, bro. Forever and always. The Unruly Simeon, my brother from another mother. Good to see you, my friend. Geeks and Drinks, good to see you, bro. I packaged up your X-Men lot earlier this morning. You're going to be good to go. Kachoon, yeah, we're all checked off. JP Budget, in the place to be. Jackson Roykirk, you remind me, that's right, you need to read your Graders Note issue. Hell yeah, Collector News, Ronnie G, good to see you. JoJo, Flicks and Comics. If you didn't see us on the panel last night on Jimmy the Geek Aficionado, I thought it was a pretty fun time. I thought it was a good chat. Talked about our collecting goals and habits and stuff. Good time was had by all. Nova Mad, hell yeah. I'll just make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right, yeah, I covered all my bases. All right. Boom, with an 84-hour, I like to set my agenda. And we have a 3-bullet point agenda today. I have 2 Aok'S that I received from the community that are going to get unveiled today. I have my flea market haul, Sunday's flea market day for me. And I got my flea market haul on deck. And lastly, I'm just going to do a little bit of WandaVision talk. Just got a couple of things I'd like to acknowledge and chat about. I know all the bases have probably been covered at this point, but we're going to talk a little WandaVision. First up, how's that sound? Good? Good. First up with these Aok'S, man, I got to be honest. I already opened one last night, and one I did not open. So I'm going to show you the one that I did open. First, I'm not going to do a fake unboxing. I was considering it. I was like, what if I just close the box and, like, you know what I'm saying, front on an unboxing? But I'm not going to do that. You're always going to get genuine article authenticity on the 84 network. I would never do that to you and betray your trust. This is true, 90. We do need to catch up, man. Prowler 671. Yeah, we need to catch up, 90. Me and 90 used to be on the phone all the time. A couple chatty Cathy's. you know, during our honeymoon phase. We were always chatting it up. But you know what? That doesn't mean that the bond ain't strong, my brother. It is. It's forged in concrete at this point. This is from the boy who had 7. Boy who had 7, Matthew, another guy I was hanging out with last night on the panel, hooked me up. I noticed he sent out a slew of Aok'S recently, and you know, he sent one my way, which I really appreciate, man. He didn't have to do that, but he did. He's got some. Sometimes you have to decode his handwriting, the way he writes it with Sharpie. But he said, Kenny, thanks for helping me out when I was down and out. Also, thank you for the Aok for my boy. I thought this, see, I don't know this word. There's a word in here that I don't know what it means. I saw this blank cover and thought of you. Oh, Galactus. Now I see it. I saw this Galactus cover and thought of you. I hope you like it. Matt, the boy you had. 7. That's right, man. Whenever I can, I'm always help. I'm always down to help if anyone's in need of it. And I was happy to hook up your boy with that Robin sketch. You know, he's a big Robin fan, and I was happy to do it. And yo, he hooked me up with a slab, 9.8 white pages, as you would expect, of the Donny Cates Thor run. Thor, issue number 4, 9.8 white pages. And this is the second print, Klein Virgin variant. It's a very nice looking cover. You have this big, I think that's Endless Winter, right? Is this the issue that they kill Thor in? Is this the one when, kill Galactus? Does Thor kill Galactus in issue 4? That was a very controversial thing. It is this one, isn't it? Yeah, see? It is this one. You know, well, at least I have it forever documented. Donny Cates, jumping the shark move, killing my boy Galactus. You know, we're gonna let it slide. But yeah, there's a little Galactus right there. Boom. So it's pretty dope. It's actually pretty funny because this book was like, when it dropped, it was such a topic of conversation for me. Like, how could he do that? What's he thinking? Thor killing Galactus? Galactus ain't some kind of punching bag. You're just gonna kill him for a cheap pop. So I like that I have this one slab. It'll always make me remember that time when I was ranting and raving about Galactus getting killed. And it's a pretty cool version. I like that. What up, Big O? Mr. G. Good to see you guys. Yeah, it is a beautiful color. So Matt, boy who had 7. You're a gentleman, stand-up guy. Sent me a nice token of friendship, which I appreciate. Bam. Very happy with that, man. We're gonna set that down. Magic Lasso. He says, YouTube is you to 90. Next up. Boom. This is pretty exciting. We've got a package here that it survived pretty well, considering it came from Austria. That's right. Let me see. I don't think there's any sensitive information here, is there? Let's fold it. I was just getting a kick out of it because of the Austrian writing. Mulgangweg. Mulgangweg. This is going to help me translate. So the way you say value in the Austrian language is Wert. The way you say currency is Warung. The way you say detailed description of contents is inhaltsangben. So, thank you for this. What's up, Big Papa Runk? Good to see you. You know what this is, man. It's an impromptu 84-hour. And I already opened Matt, the boy who had sevens Aok, and now I'm opening this care package from Austria from my man Varangian Vigilante. Very exciting. Here we go. Thank you, VV. Appreciate you thinking of me on this, man. Okay, I'll put this down. Oh, yeah. I was hoping it was going to be something like this, because I've noticed he always seems to have access to these international editions of different American comics. And he didn't disappoint, man. I really was hoping this is what it was going to be. Okay. Let's open this first. Oh, shit, dude. This is so epic. But let's open this little thing first. My man Varangian, dude. He knows how to put together an Aok. So first up, what a gentleman. So we got a postcard from the Arnold Schwarzenegger Museum. Yo, what up, Puff? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, T-Bone, Ruben Guzman, James Howard. Hell yeah. Good to see you guys. And he killed it on the back of the postcard. What is best in life? To open an Aok. You are Aok-anated. Bro. That is fantastic. Because that's from Conan. What is best in life? How does he say it? Destroy your enemies. Something there, women. Oh, I can't believe I'm blanking on it. But it's the beginning of that fantastic Arnold quote. If anyone in the chat knows, remind me. Conan, what is best in life? Devour your enemies. Something there, women. And drive your sword through the hearts of their enemies. Damn it. And also we got a fridge magnet. Hasta la vista, baby. Varangian is the biggest Arnold aficionado, but I also love me some Arnold. Yeah, crush your enemies. That goes unruly. Crush your enemies. Something there, women. Crush your enemies. Yeah, see them driven before you. Boom, there's Joey. Ding, ding, ding. Arnold, what is best in life? Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of their women. Well done, chat. Well done, chat. I knew you'd bail me out. I can't believe I spaced it out because I was saying it all the time because I used that for my 84 box thing. And I was like walking around the house saying it. All right. So it looks like we have some international comics here, which is very exciting. Okay. Got the bag off. No, you don't laminate the woman. Okay. Oh, wow. There's more than I thought in here. Okay. First up, German variant. Okay. German variant of Spider-Man. Die Spin presents Der Silver Surfer. Look at that, bro. Silver Surfer, Galactus, Mephisto, the homie. Der Estravent Chung. We're going to open it up real quick. I'm just very intrigued to look inside real fast. Oh, dude, look at this. Is this an ad for the movie that was reviewed on Grader's Notes? Look at that. Spider-Man Kung Fu Fighting. I think it is, because it was called Golden Dragon, right? Dude, that's so funny. Perfect. Nice, dude. Epic. Very epic. I'm thrilled by that. And there's other stuff. Next up, looks like we got some Treasury editions. Well, I don't know if I think they're a little smaller than Treasury editions. But we got Silver Surfer, Marvel hit comic number 3. Look at that. Yo, VV is such a good resource for this stuff. Look at that Daredevil. That's an interesting color scheme for Daredevil with the red, with the white accented gloves and boots. Fire, Volume 3, Silver Surfer. Transformers ad on the back. We got a little sticker of what that book reprints, I believe. Fire. Next up, this is the cover from that Silver Surfer one-shot, I think. Oh my god, that next one is so dope. So boom, Marvel Universe comic number 18. Seiten Volkpack mit der kosmischen Power des Superhelden der Galaxis. So that's how you say Herald of Galaxis, Superhelden der Galaxis. Look how they put a blue and red stripe down the middle of his board. Interesting. Interesting artistic decision. Marvel comic exclusive. Thing on the back. Conan the Barbarian. Nice. Stay Puft for saying that he saw Cookie open his earlier. Yeah, VV is on an Aok'S spree, man. Look at that. Got a nice double page surfer. We got a little cameo from She-Hulk. Surfer's looking pretty happy. Good for him. He's not smiling ear to ear very often. There's our boy Galactus. Very cool. Awesome. Simeon knows his boards. Surfer rides a 60s log. And Simeon knows his boards. Boom. And last but not least, damn, we got another one from that series. But those were all Marvel. Now we're going to get into DC, my friends. And look at this Batman. Boom! The McFarlane cover. Toad's Fall. Does that mean, what is Toad's Fall? I know me and VV have had sometimes it's tough for us to link our schedules. My schedule's been really tight. But I would like this stuff translated to me, like that cover translated. Toad's Fall. And let me see here. I'm going to show you something. What was it? Is this? I don't remember these. Is that from the original? Is this remastered, redrawn? Look at Batman, happy as a clam, hugging the cheering. Death in the family. Todd in der Familie. So Todd must be death. Todd. In der Family. Boom. Jackson says there must be a translation. Yeah, there must be a translation app device or some kind of technology. Look at these punks. Look at these punks. You know who that punk reminds me of? You guys remember Weird Science? In Weird Science, when Gary and Wyatt throw the party at the house at the end, Lisa uses her magic to like make them seem like they're tough, and those bikers show up. One of those bikers looks just like that. He had a mohawk with like paint across his face. Those are the space bikers. Yeah, no translation needed for this. It's just action. Look at that arm break. Snap. Fire. Man. What a cool package, man. VV with really some of the most unique. Like this is, I can't run to the shop, pick these up. Even eBay, I imagine that'd be tricky. So it's really, really cool, man. Let's do a quick recap. Boom. We got the Batman magazine size edition, the Surfer, 2 surfers, and I really like this one too. The comic size one with Spider-Man on it. Bro. I mean, you really just added some additional depth to my Surfer collection. Very well curated, man. I love the fridge magnet. Hasta la vista. The Arnold postcard. I have been Aok'S. You're absolutely right. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you to Matt for the slab. And that concludes part 1 of the 84 hour. Now, let me welcome you to part 2. Part 2 will be me showing you guys my flea market haul from today. You know, I love me some hunting. Sunday is my day for said hunting. And I'm taking a little, I'm easing up a little bit on the rigorous comic hunting, but something popped into my head. Because, the one thing we've been hearing over and over in the past, couple weeks has been these Marvel cards are blowing up. oh man, cards are hot now. Marvel cards are hot now. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, there's a flea market near me where I get some of my comics from, where he has a whole display case under glass of cards. If anything, he's more of like a card seller than a comic seller. And he has all different kind of cards. And I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty sure he probably has a bunch of those early Marvel cards. I'm like, I'm gonna go over there and check it out. Because this is the guy that I mentioned in an earlier show that he's a price guide type of dude. When I bring comics to his counter to cash out, he pulls out the Overstreet, pulls out the price. And I'm like, he's probably gonna do the same with the card because I got a couple Marvel Masterpiece sets from him for like $15 a piece for the set. So I'm like, yo, what's up with these Marvel universes? Because frankly, like the universe ones are cool. As far as cards go, Marvel Masterpieces are my jam. The other sets I'm not as big a fan of. Anyway, fast forward to today, and my hunch was right, dude. I show up there, and he's got them all. He's got them all. And your boy got them for a nice little bargain. So let's start with, so this is an all-card flea market haul. Marvel Universe, Series 1. We're not going to go through like every single card or anything, but we're going to skim them. What's up, Mag Musings? Good to see you, brother. I was just tuning into his earlier stream. He got a couple Aok torpedoes himself. It's always good to see that. What up, Rich? Love to hunt, but people are just crazy on what they think their comics are worth. Went to an estate sale yesterday, and they had half a box of 90s crap and wanted $100. Yeah, I know what you mean. It depends, though. It's hit or miss. I see both scenarios. I see some people that just like comic books are popular, right? And just like any old comics, they're marking top dollar. But at the same time, I see a lot of the other side too of like boxes of comics and they don't really recognize the value of what they have. That's always fun too, but you know, that's the game. That's the fun of the hunt, I guess. Pat Wall almost bought a set of Flair Marvel cards. I had to pull my hand off the trigger. No more rabbit holes. Yeah. Yo, if you want the Flair X-Men, any of those Flair X-Men sets, let me know. Because he has like 3 of all the X-Men Flair cards. Like 3 duplicates from like 93, 94, and 95. All right, so let's start with the 1990, right? Yeah, Series 1, 1990. I think as far as Marvel cards go, this one is kind of has been going for maybe the most or something, because it's like the first one. Now, I don't know what to do with them. Like, I know people have been grading cards, but I don't know, like, is there a particular card from this set that's, like, worth grading? Because they're all, like, super... Another thing I don't know about is how do you grade the condition of a card? PSA 7.5, PSA 10, PSA 9. What is the... how do you determine that? You must have to get, like, a magnifying glass to really tell. So if any of you guys know anything about that, if there's like a particular card in here that is like, I don't know. I love that Black Suit Spider-Man. The Stan Lee in this set. Okay. Which one's the Stan Lee, I wonder? Wow, look at this. bet you weren't expecting to see that. Their Professor X card is him standing up. That's wild. Corners, centering, and color. Looks like everyone is kind of on the same page with that. Centering, surface, the corner. I figured the corners was like a big deal. Centered, I never heard centered before. But I see what you mean. Like, I guess this one would be a little off center. This Wolverine is pretty dope. They're definitely like nice, clean cards. They seem to be higher grade, I would imagine. Oh, Funk knows the number, 161. Let's see. Hold up, let me just make a pit stop at Galactus. Goblin, Venom. Let's see, 161. Oh, I see, it's on the back side. It came with this Topps instant win thing. Oh, here we go. Yo, it's a pretty clean card. It looks pretty centered to me. And those are some sharp edges. Right from the looks of it, do you guys think that's a pretty minty one? Something that was funny from this set was, where is it? Here we go. Most valuable comics, right? And the funny thing is the values. So, giant size X-Men. Overstreet price guide, $95 near mint. $95 near mint. Let's check. Hulk 181. $75 near mint. Let's try to. What's like the biggest book they have from this? I remember there was like a Fantastic Four #1. But anyway, you get the. Hearing you say minty makes me feel icky. Yeah, is that an overused term? Oh, hold on. I wanted to see what Dave Enrique was saying. People have been using the rookie card term for this set. Stanley, Moon Knight, Venom. Oh, I see. Because it's the first time they had a card printed. Got it. Because they also have some cards in here that are actually just called rookies. Like that's the Danny Ketch rookie card. The holograms, yeah, he didn't. He said he might have the holograms. No, just when you do it. I saw that Funk. I saw Funk had like a page worth of those Stan Lee cards. 500 plus on the Stan Lee? What? Funk, did you know that you're sitting on like a used Lexus car or something? Because if you had 8 of them, bro, you could get a nice little car to get around, used car for $4 or $5 grand. And yo, frankly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enjoy them for a bit. I'm gonna buy like some nice jewel cases for them, and I'm just gonna, like, I bought a set of Marvel Masterpiece cards that I didn't have. Um, and that one's staying in my PC, if you will. But I don't have a special affinity for these. And I'm gonna see if someone wants them. I didn't invest a whole lot into them. I'm gonna start by seeing if someone wants to, like, just get series 1 through 3. Because that's what I got. I got series 1, series 2, and series 3. And then a couple other sets that predate these with the company that they were at before they were with this Skybox company that I'm looking forward to showing you in a second. But there's series 2. I'm not going to go through all of these. Series 2, series 1. Yeah, that's actually a good question. What is the best way for me to store and present these? Put them in a binder? I kind of think jewel cases are nice. I mean, it's not the best way to look at them and enjoy them, but as far as like storage, if I'm like, hey dude, I got a set of Marvel cards for you, I think this might be a nice way to whatever. Now, series 3 I have a lot of. As a kid, coming up in the game, this is the set that I had. This is the set that I had a ton of. So, yeah, series 3 was the one that I know very well. But I got set 1, 2, and 3. Oh, we got a couple more homies in here. Alex the Comic Hoarder. Very nice score. Lenny, I hear what you said about your phone auto-corrected. You don't like binders. You used to, but you like those hard pro magnet cases. Is that like these, the jewel cases? Yeah, the power rankings on the back are fun. Binders and Loctite cases for the valuable ones. Yeah. No doubt. Just show us the Doctor Strange cards. Boom. So that's series 3. Now let's get to the other one, because I feel like everyone here in this chat has kind of seen those cards. But when you come to the 84 hour, I always want to try to show you a little something special that maybe you haven't seen. So we've seen series 1, 2, and 3 of the Marvel cards. Going for $800 OBO or best offer. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm just having fun with it. I got 2 sets that predate those, like I said. So they're both from 1990. So it was the same year that Series 1 came out, but it was before they went to, technically the Series 3 says Skybox, and Series 2 might say Skybox, but Series 1 was Imperium or something like that. It was a company that changed to Skybox. But before all that were these 2 sets of cards. Impel, there we go. Impel. Thanks, Vinny, and good to see you, Vinny. So this is the Marvel Team Up card set. They're not as high quality. Ultra Pro magnet single card holders. Yeah. When I did the last round of the 84 box and I included the Frazetta cards in it, I familiarized myself with card, like individual card holders, because I wanted to have like a nice presentation. So I bought like a package of like 500. It was like a sleeve and then a top loader. So every card went sleeve, top loader. But I can't do that for all these cards. All right, here's Marvel Team Up. So card number 1, Spidey and Dazzler. Doc Samson. Nighthawk. In the back, by the way, does like a connecting image. Apparently some kind of uncanny X-Men image. I'm going to be tempted to put it together because I can't tell what it is. Spidey and Wolverine. And these are like really nice shape. These are high grade, which is kind of exciting. I kind of like these two cards, these two sets. The next set is my favorite. Spidey and FF. Classic X-Men. Oh, thanks, Vinny. Oh shit, look at that. Spidey and the Hulk. This is the cover of, I forget the issue, but this is from the issue that's the first time that John Byrne draws the X-Men. There's a beautiful double-page spread of the X-Men on the X-Jet on page like 2 and 3, and it's one of my favorites from the collection, a Marvel team-up book, and that's the cover of it. So that's cool. I recognize that one. Miss Marvel. Yeah, it probably is a Jim Lee connecting image from what I'm seeing on the back. Oh, we recognize this one, the cover of Captain Britain's first appearance. Oh yeah, I remember the Overpower cards, the card game. Stranglehold with Punisher. I don't know if I ever shared with you guys, but me and my brother made a Marvel card game that kind of was like based on the template of Magic the Gathering. I have them right over there. I made every single card in Photoshop myself. I took care of like the art side and the production. I printed all the cards, laminated them, cut them out of sheets. It was a massive project, but me and my brother had a lot of fun with it. And it was a nice little bonding thing that me and bro did together. And his job was he figured out like the power rankings and the moves to make sure it was like a balanced game, because I didn't know too much about the game mechanics. So I'll show you a couple. All right, I'm not going to go through every card, but let me see if there's any notable ones before we end it. Oh, that's pretty cool. So this is the 1990 Marvel Team Up card set. Let's put that back. Okay. The next one, dude. The next set. When I saw that, when I saw this next set, I was like, dude, let me get those. Collectors seem to frown on cards that are sold in sets. They feel it lowers the collectability. I think the ones you're showing were sold in a set. Frown on cards that are sold in sets. You mean, when you say sold in sets, you mean like the base set? I know every card set has like the base cards, and then there's like the hologram and the special cards. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying, as far as value goes, it's better to sell them individually? Alex, I'd love to see those cards. I will show you guys momentarily. a show with overpower cards. I know it'd be cool if we could figure out a way to like play um, play like a card game live somehow. And me and you, Alex, are overdue for a stream of some kind, dude. Well overdue. Made my own card game, nerdiest shit I've ever heard. That's right, man. I'm representing for that. Oh, sold as a set, not in packs. Okay. They are complete sets, though. What up, aggressively relaxing? So, first covers trading card series number 2. Let's go through some of these, and you're going to get the hang of what these are. So, they are covers of number 1 issues. Okay, this is some weird 1990 series, Sweet 16, Night Cat, Punisher POV. The thing you have to keep in mind is that it's covers of books from like 1989 and 1990. So you're going to get your Nomads and your Fool Killers. Oh, there's a cool one. Farland. Yeah, New Warriors, baby. But I was stoked to see that. Black Knight. Because I'd never seen this set before. And I thought it was cool that it predated the Marvel Universe set. Look at that, baby. There's that Buscema Wolverine. Vinny. They are called, I haven't looked them up or anything to see how readily available they are. But first covers. Let me give you the real skinny. I think the first card I showed you had the checklist, yeah. First covers trading card series 2. Let's see. Oh, nice. This is a nice little Murderer's Row. We got the Sensational She-Hulk, Infinity Gauntlet. Oh, nice. Jackson has seen those on eBay. Nice. So they're readily available. I say we should scoop these up, man. These are so fun. Look at that. I got them super cheap. I don't know what they go for, but I think I paid like $10 for it. So happy purchase for me. Yeah, a lot of weird. I will say there's a lot of weird comics. Punisher War Journal. But then for every Punisher War Journal, you get a Terminator's X. What's up, collectible paper? Just going through some cards, sets. Oh, look at that. Nick Fury versus Shield. Marvel presents Wolverine. No, none of the card sets that I bought today, I got the original box with. All of them are either in a cardboard storage box or a glass case. Our Adams Classic X-Men #1. I'll show you a couple more of these before I show you the card game. I guess now's as good a time as any. Punisher miniseries. Vision, Scarlet Witch. Whoops. A couple slipped out. You know what's funny, dude? Is I was at, because this particular seller came to mind when I was thinking about cards. And I was like, who knows? I was like, with the way like cards being hot has been like the thing lately, I'm like, maybe someone probably swooped in and picked them all up. So I'm there. I go there, I'm talking to him. I got I staked my claim on Marvel Universe sets 1 through 3, got them to the side. I got my Marvel Masterpieces. And like 10 minutes after I grabbed the cards and set them aside for me, some other guy shows up and he's like, hey, you got Marvel Universe cards? And he was hitting them up and he knew what time it was with the cards. So it's pretty funny because look at this one. He had doubles of a lot of these, like the Marvel Universe Series 1 and Series 2, he had duplicates of. So if I really wanted to be, a miser, I could have like, oh no, try to clear them out and shit. But I was like, no. I was like, whatever you got doubles of, I was like, just split it between us. Look at that, Secret Wars. What's up, Warlord? These are First Covers Trading Card Series 2 from 1990. Produced by Comic Images in Saddlebrook, New Jersey. 1991, I'm sorry. 1991. So it can't predate. Maybe the Marvel team-up predated, because that's what the guy told me. He's like, these predate, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look at this. Look at that. The Stan Lee No Prize book card. That's awesome. Ooh. Giant-sized chillers. Dracula's Daughter. Beware. Ooh, I like that they got the horror. All right, so that's those. Danny beat some jabroni to the punch. That's right. What up, Chris? Chris got some news. He's got roids. Damn. Hemorrhoids? Shit, bro. Oh, the series 1 of those are from 84. Really? There's a 6-year gap in between? Look at JP. Hemorrhoids suck. Sorry to hear that. If I know Chris Barrett, he's trolling. I don't know if I provide so much empathy for him, JP. We are talking Chris Barrett here. He's a slippery one. There are 2 major card series that predate the Marvel Universe. 1966, Marvel Heroes by Don Russ, in the 75-76 Marvel Topps stickers. Collectible paper recognizes that as an affirmative and says Don Russ ones are expensive. Nice. Thanks for the info. Dave Enrique is always a wealth of info. Oh, he's not joking. All right. Well, it's a hell of a way to enter a room. You know what I'm saying? With that announcement. But, we always appreciate candor here on the 84 Network. All right, guys, ready? We're almost at the end of segment part 2 here, because we still got segment 3, but we're going to make that quick. But we're going to add to this little show and tell the card game that was originally made by me and my brother. I'm really going to show you the extent of, like D-Runk said, the nerdiness runs deep, brother. One moment. While I grab those, just a quick word from the sponsors.
Knowledge waits for you, that spirit comes shining through, promising you a great day.
Cornflakes, the most balanced cereal of all. Yeah, PSA 10s are like big money cards now. Okay, here we go. So, it started as just a Marvel card game, and we made all the characters, and then like towards the end, we really started getting crazy with it. We're like, look, it's our game, screw it. We knew we didn't want to bring DC characters in because that was going to be too much. But there were some other pop culture characters that got injected into the game, and you'll see those as we go. So each card was cut and laminated for the durable cards. We really invested like time and energy into this. So laminated marble, that's the back of them. And then these are the energy cards. And the energy cards were like, if anyone is familiar with Magic the Gathering, how you have to have like a certain amount of land cards that you put down in order to play it like a character card. It's the same idea. So for me to play a level 4 hero, I have to have 4 energy. And it's heroes and villains, green and red. So level 4 heroes, you would need to have 4 green energy to play that card. So that's what those are. And now I'll just show you like the character cards. So the fact that they're laminated means this is serious. Yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right. Okay. So I designed all the cards in Photoshop. I will say, I think they came out pretty cool. So here's like the Silver Surfer card. You got your character, Silver Surfer. See how it says hero under his name? And it's green. That's because green energy plays with the hero. He's a level 7, so you'd have to have 7 energy cards to play Surfer. There's an ability that his card has, disables the effect of the opponent cosmic being. Get to that later. And then 7 out of 7. So he has 7 attack and 7 defense. Silver Surfer. Red Hulk. He's a 7, 6 health, 6 defense. Psylocke. And remember I told you other kind of like pop culture characters made it into the game? Well, Macho Man Randy Savage. You could play your Macho Man Randy Savage card, the Macho Madness, as well. Yokozuna as well. Oh, Shredder. Master Shredder. Thank you, Vinny. I don't have a PDF of the rule book. Play with our former loved ones. Why they gotta be former loved ones? So that's the gist. I guess I'll just show you a few more. There was Earthquake. Earthquake is a wrestling guy. Let me show you some other cool ones. Kingpin. See that? And his ability. My brother came up with the abilities. Tap 3 to return. H/V means hero or villain. To return hero or villain to opponent's hand. So like his card special ability is you could make someone have to return a card that they had on the battlefield into their hand, so it came in handy sometimes. Oh, yeah, you want to see some fun pairings? Yeah, because, you never know when you might just have to pair up. You never know when you might just have to pair up Big Boss Man and Quicksilver, brother. It was pretty fun. We haven't played it in a little while, but like during that era that we did make it, we were getting together and playing it all the time. And dude, you know what's funny? Is the origin of these cards. You know what the first iteration of these cards was? It's so funny. Is my brother. He got the idea that he wanted to make his own card game, right? So the first version of these cards, before they got to the nice fancy, because we would almost have to play like a beta version to get to the point, right? So the beta version was I told you we had a bunch of these cards, Series 3. We would have these cards, and he put like white pieces of tape on it with their attack and their defense. So we were playing with like little janky customized version of the Marvel Series 3 cards. And then it evolved into me making the cards on Photoshop. Now let's see, D-Runk says he wants to see the Cyclops card. Yeah, man, Big Boss Man is a villain. That's right. This was before we turned into a face. I like Boss Man as a villain, preferably. Let's see, there's 2 decks here, so I only have 1 deck in my hand, so I don't know if Cyclops is in it. There's Iron Man. Spidey. Baron Zemo is in it. Like, just about every character you can think of kind of made it. Even like Marvel's Dracula made it. Some Mortal Kombat characters, so there's Katana. Katana made it into the game. Oh, here we go. We're in luck, D-Runk. Here's my Cyclops card. So he had First Strike and Team Leader abilities. +1/+1 to his whole team when he enters the battle. What's up, J Hood? I'm showing people the custom Marvel card game that my brother and I made a couple of years back because I was showing my card pickups from the flea market, and I mentioned this card game that me and my brother made. So these are made by yours truly in Photoshop. I designed all the cards, I laminated them. My brother came up with like the power rankings and the abilities. It's kind of based on like the Magic the Gathering game style. But we put everybody in this game, man. You know, Spiral's in this game. Yeah, and I tell you, there was a period when like he was like, dude, we could sell this. I'm like, I was like, if only it wasn't Marvel characters, because you can't sell shit based on Marvel properties, right? Well, it was fun. I have a set at my house, so I could play with somebody here, and my brother has a set. I made two sets, and my brother has a set at his house. Name Jesus, yeah. Punch Out characters is a perfect example of the kind of characters that would make it in. Let me see if I can find some other oddball one, because there was one oddball character that was cool. There's Nightcrawler, baby. For those of you getting kicks out of the wrestling ones, British Bulldog. Yeah, that's a good point, D-Runk. He says, why wasn't this brought to C2E2? Scarlet Witch. Um, doo. You know I had to put Phantom X in there. Pat Wall, I knew you were gonna. I was wondering if you were still in the chat. Pat needs that. One of my favorite cards. I like how the Rhino card came out. Doctor Doom's a badass. Personally, I felt like he should have made Doctor Doom more powerful. To make him a 4 attack, 4 defense, when Beast is a 3 and 3. I mean, but you know, I don't want to give him too hard of a time. Melina. There's one I wanted to show you guys. I'm sure I'll come to him soon. Here he is. You know we put He-Man in that bitch. Bam. He-Man's in the card game. So, you know, you could your team in this game could consist of, ready? So here's your hand. And in your squad, your team can be Black Bolt, Casey Jones, He-Man, Rowdy Roddy Piper, and Captain America, brother. If you have Marlena, no, I don't have I have Melina, not Marlena from Gold Dust fame. Pat Wall wants to play. Yeah, see, Vinny's like, He-Man's a 5, Doom's a 4. I know, man, I know. But Doom has a good ability though. He has vigilance. So vigilance means that you never have to tap, because when the way Magic the Gathering works is like when you play a card, they have to be like tapped for the next round. So you can't just use the same card every round. You use them once, then he has to like rest during the defensive round. But when the character has vigilance, you can play they don't get tapped. So you can play them on attack, defense. When you give someone a vigilance attribute, you kind of have to balance out. It's tough to make it. I think he did the best he could, my brother, with the stats and everything, but it's very difficult. One thing we learned is like, it's very difficult to create a balanced game like that. It takes a lot of work to make sure that the playing mechanics don't feel lopsided, and there were some cards we had to like throw out because we were like, bro, this card is too OP, it's too disruptive, and shit like that. But it's not a perfect game, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Boom. That was segment 2. End of segment 2. And as we round towards the end of this program in this episode of 84 Hour, all I was going to do was, on this last segment, was just a little bit of WandaVision talk. I won't even get to, is anyone in the chat here like hasn't been watching it? Because the thing that the main thing I want to talk about really isn't spoiler related. But if someone is in the chat who doesn't want like spoilers from like the past couple episodes, just tell me. It's cool. I don't mind. But in the meantime, the main thing that's got me thinking, because there's only 2 episodes left. Yeah, right, Lasso. I watched your review this morning, by the way. I don't think I commented. My bad. I hit the like button, though, and I watched it. there's 2 episodes left, and apparently they're gonna be like long, like maybe hour and a half. They said it's either like 2 hour-and-a-half episodes or a regular one and like a 2 hour finale, like a movie style finale. I don't know. I don't know. Take it easy, Jackson. Thanks for hanging out, dude. Yeah, the main thing I want to get into is I want you guys' feedback on it, because people have been speculating. Like, I've seen such wild speculation theories on the show, and I think a lot of them are kind of off base, right? But the one thing that's, now that we're nearing the end of the show, I'm like, I can't get this interview out of my head here. So there was an interview with Paul Bettany, the guy that plays Vision. And this was like, I think even before episode 1 aired, or like right when episode 1 aired or some shit, is when this interview happened. Let's see. So in this interview, the interviewer says, this is the theory that says, there's a theory that says some mysterious Avenger is going to appear in WandaVision. And people seem to think that the mysterious Avenger is Doctor Strange, Bettany said. Oh, this is Bettany talking. Bettany says, the truth is, of all the characters that we're trying to keep secret, a lot of them did get out through leaks. Okay, so I'm assuming the main one he's referring to there is the Quicksilver from episodes ago. He continued, there is one character that has not been revealed, and it is very exciting. And here's the interesting part. It's an actor I've longed to work with all of my life. We have some amazing scenes together, and the chemistry between us is, I think, extraordinary. It was just fireworks on the set, so I'm really excited for people to see that stuff. Whoa. One character that has not been revealed yet and is very exciting. An actor that he's longed to work with his entire life. Yo, Will the Beast. Will the Beast. Taking the interview world by storm. Interviewing bodybuilders on the reg. Good to see you, man. Will the Beast killing the game. Wonder Man. Oh, what's up, Big Will? You get my chat thing. Kat Dennings. And then the one other thing, because I heard say, I see what Vinny's saying here, is I have another tab open that I thought was kind of interesting. This was the screen grab that got a lot of the Wonder Man speculation going. And this was like a behind-the-scenes interview with the creators of WandaVision. And this is like some producer chick from the show. And you can see in the back left of her office is a large image, poster on her wall of Wonder Man. You know? So Wonder Man is definitely on the radar. Like, if they got pictures of Wonder Man chilling around the office, I mean, he's very closely related to Vision. I think that's pretty fun. Side note is, what is it, Avengers 9? That's probably a good book to own, man. It's probably a good book to own. It was like a year ago where I was like, really want to go after that book, because my fandom of Wonder Man is like, I have the like 1 through 15, 1 through 20 maybe, of the Wonder Man series when, because he's been rebooted so many times. He when they did the Hollywood version, when he moves to Hollywood, is like my favorite Wonder Man, because that's the era where he was like buddies with Beast and shit. So anyway, I've always loved Wonder Man, that era of Wonder Man anyway, and I think it's a good book to pick up. Now let's put a pin in that, and I'd like to break down that Paul Bettany thing because it really got the gears working. Let me catch up with this chat though. Bruce Campbell, is that the Army of Darkness guy? They still haven't found the missing person the FBI guy is looking for. Interesting. Wonder Man was supposed to show up in Guardians 3 as Nathan Fillion. Right, I remember that. Has Paul Bettany ever worked with his wife? She was the voice of the Stark Glasses. Yeah, I think the most telling takeaways from that interview statement is, one is it's not a character that, I don't think it's a character that we've like really seen before. Because for him to make it seem like it's such a big surprise, like it ain't gonna be Doctor Strange. And so he's like, there's one really big surprise. What is this quote? Let me quote him. What does he say? There is one character that has not been revealed, and it is very exciting. And he thinks the quote, it's an actor I've longed to work with all my life. Now that's interesting, because the first thing that comes to mind for me, based on the table that's been set here, because if it's someone that he's longed to work with his whole life, then it's got to be an OG in the game with some clout in the acting industry. So my mind first goes to Sir Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart, you know, because it can't be, because he's already acted alongside Doctor Strange, Robert Downey Jr., like any existing Avengers character doesn't apply there because he's worked with them already. This is someone he hasn't worked with before. So my money is on Sir Ian McKellen as the most likely, or Patrick Stewart, second most likely. And I think, they are in fact going to go. At first I was skeptical. I'm like, man, that Quicksilver shit was fan service. It's just stunt casting, something to make the audience go, oh, tee-hee, I know who that is. But it's not really the Fox Universe X-Men. It's just like stunt casting. But now that I think about it, with that interview, someone he's longed to work with for his whole life. I mean, those two gentlemen both fit the bill, Sir Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart, in my opinion. Now, unless he's talking about a never-before-seen character, because here's the thing that we need to keep in mind. Everyone's talking Mephisto and shit. There was one other line that I wanted to. There was another thing that maybe it's in the other. Hold on, this will be worth it. There was an interview. Where's the god dang? Maybe it's that same interview, but he said something like the ending of this show is going to really shape the direction of the Marvel's universe, the direction they're going in. I can't find it right now, too bad. But he said something like that, which I thought was also telling. Oh, here's good intel. Paul Bettany and Ian were both in Da Vinci Code, but he doesn't remember them having scenes together. Michael Douglas. Okay. Yo, Carlito, what's up, my brother? Patrick Stewart. Yep, Carlito. We're kind of on the. Oh, D-Rung saying technically he hasn't worked with Cumberbatch. That might be true, but it's not Cumberbatch. Because in this very interview, he says, there's this theory that some mysterious Avenger is going to appear in WandaVision, and people seem to think that the mysterious Avenger is Doctor Strange. So he addresses that up front. So to make it doesn't, he like, if that's the case, he put the cat out of the bag in his own interview. I don't think he would have done that. It's interesting. My only thing about the Mephisto deal is it's a character that hasn't been, like, if you're going to do a brand new character, it's not going to have a big pop because, say, in the last episode, Mephisto shows up, right? And let's say it is some OG famous actor, and that's who Paul Bettany's talking about, right? It's Al Pacino as Mephisto, or right? Whatever. There's only a small segment of the viewership that's gonna pop for that. Only people that know who Mephisto is. I think a lot of the viewing audience is gonna be like, "Oh, it's the devil? Oh, the devil was the secret?" They don't know Mephisto. Only us motherfuckers are really gonna be like, "Oh shit, it's Mephisto." And I think Marvel has been doing a good job of or Disney, of playing it more broad. Now, if you do Sir Ian McKellen or Patrick Stewart, granted you'll have to be a little bit in the know, but most people know that those two guys are Professor X and Magneto. And most people know that they don't belong in those Disney movies. You know what I'm saying? So to just out of nowhere introduce some new villain is not going to be that exciting for a normie viewer. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to lean towards, even though I was like dismissive of it early on, I'm starting to think it's going to be a fucking X-Men multiverse, dude. I really think. And I think that Quicksilver was, in fact, was a canary in a coal mine. I can't believe it. Marvel reps could have made him say that to throw us collectors off. I don't think so, big comic collector. Welcome, by the way. I think you would be amazed how little Hollywood think about comic book collectors. I think they're totally indifferent to the comic book market. They have no vested interest in Silver Age and Bronze Age comic books being sold. They have no vested interest in that, you know? So I don't think they could. I think we're the last ones they think about when it comes to any decisions like this in media and shit like that. But to answer your question, what book should we be picking up? I think you're asking that in a sense of like, are there ramifications to book values based on what could potentially happen here? Let me start by saying I'm not, I don't know is probably the most honest answer. I don't know. But I mean, if it's Charles or Magneto, I recommend you pick up X-Men #1, okay? But honestly, based on everything that I've seen just now, I think Avengers it's number 9, right? Wonder Man. I think Avengers number 9. Someone correct me if it's 8. I'm sorry. No, it's 9. I think a book that is on the cusp of probably popping, that's maybe not super expected, is Wonder Man. I think Wonder Man ties right into Grim Reaper. He ties right into Vision. You know, they could put Vision's mental. That would be interesting, because if you kill off Vision, because it seems like he's destined to die again, right? Um, to totally write away his character that's a bad hit for, you know, you just got people invested. An interesting thing would be Vision does die at the end of the show, and what if his consciousness gets uploaded into Wonder Man? You know what I'm saying? And then you can play out this Wonder Man character who has, you know, like some kind of crossover with Vision. Vision kind of lives on with an amalgamation of Wonder Man or something like that. So anyway, I think Avengers 9, and also just independently of all the Hollywood shit, Avengers 9 is early Avengers, Silver Age goodness. It ain't gonna go down in value, brother. You know what I mean? So that would be a kind of book that I would be looking for right now, and see if I could snag it before something crazy happens. Pat Wall says Kang. The thing about Kang the Conqueror is he's been officially casted. You know what I'm saying? They cast Kang. He's confirmed. So I think the best time, you know, you're gonna like really strike early. The key is like before they even announce shit, because right when he was already getting speculated, and Kang's value of his key was like rising, but once they just announced the casting, that book has really elevated. But something like Wonder Man, who there's no news, people are still sleeping, you might be able to get in there. JP's got a theory. The Blue Fairy. Who's the Blue Fairy? Blue Fairy shows up and makes Vision a real boy. Wow. Is the Whatever Report over? No, you're probably right about to start that. Is it 8 or 9 o'clock, JP, that you do the Whatever Report? Because I'm about done. That was it. My WandaVision segment was, I just wanted to acknowledge that Paul Bettany interview. I hear so many shows people talk about WandaVision, but I haven't heard people talk about that interview snippet as much as I would have expected. Everyone's talking about Mephisto and this and that. How about that bombshell straight from the horse's mouth? Vision. I don't know, but my money's on Sir Ian McKellen or Patrick Stewart. So there's that. Segment 2 was the card situation, and of course the opening segment, which I'm just going to recap real fast in honor of my homies that sent me Aok'S. Varangian Vigilante with the German variants. I don't know if they call variants, but German edition of some awesome Silver Surfer stuff and Batman. And like, I'm going to have so much fun going through those. And of course, one of the classiest guys in the community, Matt, the boy who had 7, sent me a slab, dude, 9.8 white pages. As it should be with his style. Of Thor number 4, even though it's the blasphemous issue where Thor kills Galactus, it's still a cool Galactus cover, Virgin variant. Thank you so much. And chat, thank you guys. This chat was awesome. You guys really make the time fly, even though it's, you know, it was the 84 hour and a half, but that's just how it goes when we start hanging out and having a good time. So thanks everybody. Till next time. Peace.